Join us on a 3-day trip to the beautiful city of Seville, located in southern Spain in the central part of Andalusian. The city is home to the world's biggest Gothic cathedral, Christopher Columbus's final resting place, and it's also the birthplace of Tango. There's a lot of beautiful architecture here, and the streets are packed with nice cafes and restaurants. Definitely one of our favorite cities. A 2-hour drive from Tavira in the southern part of Portugal took us to Seville. We parked outside the center and took the metro into town. We stayed at Hotel Murillo, situated in the center with a rooftop view on the cathedral, so it's pretty central. Even the walk to the hotel was so nice, since all the buildings and little streets are so beautiful to look at. After checking in, it was time to have some lunch at La Sacristia. It was busy, but they had room to squeeze us in. It is a tapas restaurant with traditional dishes. We had the oxtail, which was really good, the artichoke, and spinach with chickpeas.
Like chickpeas, spinach with mild curry flavor in it. And you got oxtail, as you can see. And right here, we're going to drink an orange wine, vino de naranja.
People usually drink it as an appetizer, but for us it was more of a dessert. And it's very nice and sweet, and with the hot weather it's definitely nice to drink something cool. If you like drinks like port or other desserts wine, you will definitely like this one as well. The cafe also houses the world's smallest toilet, and people actually used it. Not the women though. From the cafe onward, it's a 5-minute walk to the cathedral, and wow, this building is so beautiful and unlike anything else we've ever seen before. My grandfather visited Seville a long time ago and showed beautiful photographs of the cathedral, and seeing it in person is even more impressive. The grounds where the cathedral stands on was first the location of a mosque built in 1198 by the Almohad Caliph Abu Yaqub Yusuf. The Seville Cathedral, as we know it today, was built later on in 1401, and it was built to demonstrate the city's wealth, as it had become a major trading center in the years after the Reconquista. According to local oral tradition, the members of the cathedral chapter said, "Let us build a church so beautiful and so grand that those who see it will take us for mad." And I think they did a great job. The cathedral is also the final resting place of Columbus. He is said to have traveled more when he was dead than when he was alive. For a very long time it was unclear where he was buried. Spain, as well as the Dominican Republic, have claimed to have his body, and still do to this day. So there is a lot of uncertainty, but a DNA test has been conducted and scientists confirmed that at least some part of Columbus' remains are in the Cathedral of Seville. The other parts may be in the Dominican Republic. When the cathedral still served as a mosque, the Giralda Tower was the minaret of the mosque. And the minaret is a typical Islamic feature of a mosque. This is mainly used to sound the call to prayer 5 times a day. And in Moorish times, this was actually the tallest minaret in the world. A special detail about the Giralda is that there are no stairs to go up, but a sloping corridor. This way, back in the days, they could go up on horseback.
The boqueta pringa, bocadito pringa, mushrooms with
Ham.
with ham, cured ham.
And ham.
What's it called again? Solomillo iberico con whiskey, and the asparagus with eggs and jamón. Which one is Doña's?
Bang.
That one.
The nice thing about tapas is that you can basically have dinner at multiple restaurants and cafes because you're never really completely full. And this cafe was really nice. Look at the cool old school register.
And again, we ordered too much. An almond croissant, a bolo de leche, and a lemon kind of something with lemon sweet.
And a big
Café con leche and a small coffee.
After a nice stroll and some breakfast, we walked to the palace of Librija, and this has to be my favorite site here. I can recommend it to everyone. So the palace was bought in 1901 by the Donna Regla Marjon Mergelina, the Countess of Seville. She had great architectural interest and was an avid collector and traveler. In fact, she was the first woman to be accepted at the Fine Arts Academy of Saint Elizabeth of Hungary. The Countess embellished the ground floor with some real artistic treasures, acquiring the famous collection of Roman mosaics and several archaeological items from different periods and cultures. The collection incorporates lots of Roman mosaics found in Italica. That's about 7 kilometers from Seville. It also incorporates Mudejar elements from the Arab invasion, traditional Andalusian tiles, and even parts of an old convent. In the center we have a large Roman mosaic of great quality dating from the 2nd and 3rd centuries, depicting scenes of the love affairs of Zeus and the seasons of the year. Apart from the mosaics, the lower floor rooms display also some Etruscan and Roman ceramics as well as marble statues. You can also go up to the 2nd floor, and these are the private quarters of the Countess, and you can only go there if you take a tour. So we did, but you're not allowed to film there, so of course we respected that. But it's really nice to go up and see all the rooms. There's beautiful art hanging there. The interior design is amazing, and I mean, I just loved this palace so much. And look at the garden, it's so beautiful. Okay, on to Calleferia Mercado. Most of the shops here were closed. We got some oranges from the fruit stall. And then we walked to La Cantina, which is in the market. And here you can order different kinds of tapa. And it's a very busy venue with lots of locals enjoying their afternoon wine. Lots of tourists trying to figure out what to have. And there's a lot of background noise, so it's very nice to sit and watch while you're enjoying your food.
So you got the market, and if you walk through here, you got all these little market places. Most of them are closed now. They're probably for in the morning. If you walk through here, you got this best little place called La Cantina. Well, in English, in Spanish. So this is cazón en adobo. First I thought it needs a bit of vinegar. I don't know if it's in, but no, I thought it needs a bit of lemon. So they put it in vinegar, so to make it a bit sour, and then fry it. It's delicious. And then, not to forget the bocadillo. Small fried fish. You can eat it all. It's great.
Of course, we had to have a second lunch at the oldest tapas bar in Seville, El Riconcil. A very popular bar, packed with people. All the servers here are slightly older men, and there was room to squeeze us in at the bar. You can also make a reservation if you want to be seated, but for us this was fine. We had the spinach and chickpeas again, and honestly these were a lot better than the other ones. Some oxtail, some sandwiches and some sangria. And they write down your order on the bar with the chalk.
Bavia de bacalhau, codfish in fried, and spinach with chickpeas. Delicious. We ate it before this. We ate the chickpeas before with spinach, but it seems to be better now. Here. They probably invented it. That's how old this bar is. This is so good. It's a solomillo iberico. It's a bit salty, but very good, very tender. And the sauce, that's very fatty, very tender, very good. With croquetas caseras, normally you have like meat flavored croquettes. It's that's filled with meat, but this is just a little bit of meat, and it already tastes very meaty. But that's because it's well aged and it's it's made tasty. But the rest is potato.
On the way back to the hotel, we walked past a live tango show on the square.
Quisiera tener alas para volar para volar, quisiera tener alas para volar, quisiera tener alas para volar, surcar por el espacio y en libertad, surcar por el espacio y en libertad. En libertad como los parillos, en libertad, que nadie me pregunte a dónde va. En libertad como los parillos, y en libertad, que nadie me pregunte a dónde va.
Okay, so we got mushamo. Let's say it in Spanish instead of in Portuguese. That's dried tuna fish. We got the sobrasada mallorquina. It's a sausage. We got the lombo ibérico. And we got the morcón ibérico de pelota. Chipron plancha.
Chipron plancha.
What is it?
It's a fried baby squid.
Fried baby squids.
With a lot of garlic.
A lot of garlic oil and oil.
The following day it was time to go to Plaza de España. And this plaza can be found in the romantic Maria Luisa Park. It was constructed in honor of the Ibero-American Exposition of 1929. And the square was the largest and most expensive project of the entire exposition. And it was designed by architect Aníbal González. He was mainly inspired by the Spanish Renaissance style, which resulted in the Andalusian architecture of the square. It's a really beautiful square. Unfortunately, when we were there, they had to close it off because I think of an event, so we didn't see the entire square up close, but still it's super impressive.
So we thought, let's go early. It's 9:40. And
Not that early.
It's not that early. There thousands of people here already in a big stream. I think everybody had the same idea, let's go early to avoid the crowds. But all the tourists are here already, so expect people. It's beautiful though.
And it's also nice to know that the square is occasionally the setting for film shoots. For example, the film Lawrence of Arabia, and the square also served as a film set for Naboo in the 2002 film Star Wars: Attack of the Clones.
So we got a samoire con taquito de jamón. That's a soup, typically from Andalusia. We got the espárragos triqueros con huevo de codis, like beans with a pork leg. So they say it's like gazpacho, but with tomato, egg, and bread. Looks really weird, but they say you have to taste it. Very creamy and good. Y la pringa auténtica is a or a pringa. They call it authentica because they think they make it authentic, or probably they make it authentic, but it's like a mixed meat sandwich. And then we got the salchichon and the cana, dried meat.
Zal ik deze proeven?
A rare sight of Seville in rain. Pouring. Pounds on the street. And here again, just having eyes on his boss.
Time for our final stop before heading home. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Royal Alcazar of Seville is the oldest royal palace in Europe that is still in use today. The various palaces and gardens that make up the grounds of the Royal Alcazar were designed in different historical periods. Therefore, the architecture is very varied. It's a mix of Islamic, Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque and Romantic elements, and it is one of the finest examples of Mudajar art, which is the mix between Christian and Islamic design, which we have also come across at the Palace of Librija and the Cathedral of Seville. It is a lot to take in, and it's absolutely huge and very impressive, and the palace dates back to the 11th century. And you can really tell because some of the rooms are really old. Unfortunately, the gardens were closed during our visit, and that sucked because they are told to be one of the greatest parts of the palace. So make sure they're open when you visit. Thank you so much for watching. We hope that you enjoyed this Seville travel vlog, and we hope that you subscribe to our channel and give our video a like.